Welcome to the college football playoff. The season's had plenty of ups and downs, and all the drama has led up to this point, the first round of the 12-team playoff. And a home field advantage for one side. This place is rocking. And our matchup tonight sets up a potential Cinderella story. The last team to qualify for this 12-team playoff on the road against a team that likely believes it should be resting and watching this first-round game on TV. This is a dangerous spot for the home team and a chance for the underdog to spring an upset and move on to the quarterfinals. As we'll see the number 12 seed in this playoff, the Florida Gators, taking on the number 5 seed in the playoff, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And the playoff is here. We've got a tremendous on-campus environment. This one started. Return here from inside the 15-yard line. Stopping at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. So the Gators offense is up first today. And this quarterback, of course, Kirk, he's the guy that stirs the drink for this team.
You talk about the... He runs it, produces it, directs it, acts out all the scenes. He's the whole package. I love a quarterback who understands the ins and outs of a football game. This kid plays like he wrote the manual.
First play of the drive, he looks left for a completion. The defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion. Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. The shotgun handoff here. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
In the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
And the Gators have 1st and 10 here.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get them to 3rd down. They load up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back of coming up with that conversion.
But a huge collision blow delivered there by the linebacker. It's 2nd down after that completion. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. They keep the drive going. It's a first out of the 46.
Boy, a nice first down here by this running back, and what he's doing today makes me reflect on some of the great backs that they've had over the years in Gainesville. Emmitt Smith, arguably one of the best backs, if not the best back in the history of the game. Damian Pierce more recently, but even guys like Eric Redd and Fred Taylor, just really talented running backs with the ability to take it to the house.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Off the play fake, looking to throw. Looking to scramble. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen.
How about this by the quarterback? He takes a negative play and turns it into positive yards and slides down before taking a big shot. It's an excellent job of getting down to avoid that big hit.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. But a huge hit by the linebacker. What a tackle. Go down short on the 8th play of this opening drive. Try and muscle for the first down. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Boy, with all this build-up and hype of this playoff game, this defense has got to do a better job at the line of scrimmage. That's another first down. They had their chance there on 3rd down, but they do not want this to become an ongoing trend against this offense. They're just too good.
And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
Hey, it's a great job with this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Short throw complete to the tight end. But he's hammered by the linebacker. What a hit. And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. Looking for the wideout. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now fourth down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on fourth and short.
And he knocks that one right through. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0. So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. So South Carolina's offense gets their first crack now. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kirk, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. Two good teams with great individual players.
And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first. The running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. On first down, why not keep it on the ground? He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield at the 48.
Every now and then we see a really good run. We tend to focus on what other people did in order for that run to happen, what the offensive line did. Maybe the receivers are blocking good on the edge. Sometimes the running back is pretty good too. And on that play, he picked up a lot of yards and made that happen with good effort.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, this is what I'd love to see from a defense is the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on third and long. And the wideout goes in motion. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Now, I love how they're using the receiver here in motion. With a weapon like this, just get him the football. Simple throw for the quarterback. He's got all that speed built up. You get him the ball out there in space with a couple blockers, and you get big plays like this right here.
That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And they finally bring him down at the 5. Offense really threatening now.
Hey, nice RPO here by the offense. Defense is going to sit back, make it easy on the quarterback, hand it off up the middle. Nice solid gain. Stay ahead of the chains.
And they pick up the first on the ground. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
What an opening drive by this offense, and especially this running back. Every single time they gave him the ball, he's getting positive yards behind that big offensive line. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, you better make some adjustments and do it in a hurry. You got to get more guys committed to the line of scrimmage to stop this run game.
Kick goes through, so it's 7-3. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And he fields it inside the 15. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And the Gators offense retakes the field. Remember, it was a field goal in the last possession. Let's see what they can come up with this time. Now here's the toss play. They'll stop him at the 34. That will be a first down.
Go with the toss play here to the left side. Let's give credit to the guys up front, the offensive line, center, guard, tackle. They seal the edge. But I love seeing the receiver's willingness to be a part of that, and a good job of blocking downfield. Otherwise, that play cannot be spilled out of the backfield and into the open field. So everyone handled their responsibilities perfectly to pick up some nice yards.
Looking to pass here on second down. Pulls it in. It's Hawkins. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Love to see the short passing game as a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable and allows you to see how the defense is reacting. That can open up for other things later on.
Makes a quick catch. Tackle made at the 41. That's first down yardage. The Gators will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense.
That's a great play by this offense to keep the drive alive and a good find by the quarterback on third down.
It's a quick grab.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Makes a quick grab. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down. The Gators come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
Minimal gain brought down short of the marker.
Christine, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
So they're short on 4th down, and the coach decides to trot out the field goal team. He made good on his first attempt. This one is from 40 yards away. Kick is good. Gives the offense 3 points to show for that drive.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They're going to run it. Back gets the carry. Defense will make the stop, and it will probably be the final play of this opening quarter. And it's South Carolina in the lead here. We've reached the end of one in this quest to move one step closer to a national championship. Let's check out the stats so far. Through one period, these teams are finding out that playoff games just feel different. Who can handle the nerves better as we head to the second? Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. An inside give now from the shotgun. They'll tackle him at the 17-yard line.
Because I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
The Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back that is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Looking to set up a screen pass here. They finally get him down, but a solid gain on that screen pass. Good call there.
Well, this is great execution here on this screen play to the running back to pick up big yards in the first down. I think in the process, Chris, they send a message to the defense. You can rush our quarterback all you want, but when you do, you better be careful because we're going to throw the screen on you.
Caught behind the line. It's York. They get him down quickly. Not much of a gain on that completion. Offense getting set up. Here's second down.
How about this defense? That is called team pursuit. Swarming to this wide receiver on the screen, not allowing him to get his momentum upfield.
Offense looking to keep the drive alive. It's third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Running back grabs it on the screen. And he moves the ball across midfield and picks up a first down. A new set of downs after that completion.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything seems to be working. The coordinator is calling good plays. The quarterback and the rest of his receivers and running backs are executing. And frankly, this defense is showing almost no resistance.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Here's the option play. Push play to the back. Finding enough space for a solid gain before they stop it.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
And the second effort there will earn him the first down.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line to give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
He's going to take off. Will he score here? And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this, they're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
And the PAT is good. Now they get set to kick it away. From inside the 15-yard line, bringing it out. He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. And the Florida offense retakes the field. Settled for 3 last time. No doubt they're looking for the end zone in this possession. Offense out there to start a new drive from the 21. They start the drive with a quick throw to the left side. Big man finally brought down by the cornerback. That was a tough assignment.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows you his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can block, but here he shows you what he can do with his hands.
Second down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. And they'll stop him after a short gain.
The defensive coordinator this week already telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
So from the 28-yard line, it's a third and manageable here. They'll try to run for the first down. Tackle, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Great job here by this offense being able to convert. Let's face it, they've dug themselves a hole. They're down here early in this game. And with all this hype, the last thing you want to do is have to punt the ball. Come up with a conversion, keep your rhythm, keep your momentum, stick to your playbook. Good job here. Now let's see if they can keep that rhythm going.
Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very...
And the junior able to get home with the sack.
Well, this sack is on the quarterback, in my opinion. Anytime you call a screen, you've got to be aware that that pass rush is coming in. Bait them towards you and go over top. This time, he's unaware of how quickly they're going to come in.
That sack sets up an important third down. Quick throw to the left. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up fourth down.
Oh, man, nearly a disastrous play there by the quarterback. Look at his facial expressions right now. He knows that he caught a break, trying to force the ball in there. He's going to have to make better decisions moving forward and work through his progressions to find his open man.
And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And the Gamecocks offense is back out there on the field. In that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the running game. Let's see if they can do it again. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Hey, whether it's been on the inside or bouncing things to the outside, this guy has shown you everything that he has to offer, and a big part of the reason why they're enjoying this nice lead.
And that run produces a decent gain.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the fourth quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
And the clock stops now for the 2-minute warning, a chance to strategize here before we reach halftime. A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Offense looking to throw the ball. Breaks free, and the freshman able to get home with the sack.
Boy, this offensive line is so caught up in making sure that they're accounting for the defensive line. Nobody sees the inside linebacker. He comes home on the blitz and gets the sack.
That sack makes it 3rd down. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. That's a design quarterback keeper. And he's got it already past the first down marker. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. He picks up the first down before they get into the ground. And the Gamecocks come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards, sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. They bring him down, but the game sets up the offense 1st and goal from the 10. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. The Gamecocks line it up with 1st and goal. First down, looking to throw the ball. And it's incomplete, even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure. It's a 2nd and goal play for the offense. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Quick pass, here comes a jet sweep. And they tackle him, but a nice pickup on that running play.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Man, that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. And so the offense getting some momentum before halftime with the touchdown. Now they kick off in hopes the defense can get a quick stop. He's got it inside the 15. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. He'll hand it off. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Thanks, Chris. The magnitude and intensity of these playoff matchups is always something special to be a part of. Talk about a first half from that dude out of the backfield. He's been a total game changer. And how many top plays moments have we seen on missed tackles alone? Video game moves from one of the shiftiest players in all of college football. Chris, let's send things back to you and Kirk for what should be a memorable second half as we eagerly anticipate we'll be moving on to the next round of this college football playoff.
This away to get the second half going. First play of the second half is a handoff.
There's just not a whole lot of options here for this quarterback on the RPO. The defense, give them credit. They did a nice job of sniffing it out. I wouldn't be surprised if the quarterback is second-guessing that decision of giving it to the back instead of pulling that and either running it himself or maybe making a nice throw.
Short connection to the tight end here. And he's tackled after the catch.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Convert. In fact, he's tackled for a loss on that third down play. And the Gamecocks will bring their punt team on the field now. And they down this one just shy of the 40-yard line. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. And now the first play of this drive is set up at the 37. Looking to throw it on first down. Quarterback escapes the pocket. They get him down, but that's a good run, enough to move the sticks and keep this drive going. The Gators come up to the line in the hurry-up.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain. The offense going with the hurry-up. They look to throw it here on second down. No connection there. The pass is incomplete.
Oh, man. For him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you just have too much time in your hands. You end up thinking way too much. Gets your hands a little shaky.
They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. And the play goes nowhere. Picked up about a yard, but it'll be fourth down. The Gators will have to kick it away. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. No fair catch. Looking to make a return here. Finally forced out of bounds, but a solid return that time. And the Gamecocks offense is back out there on the field. They're coming off a quick 3 and out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. One man at the backfield, and he'll get the football.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, of this playoff game, no adjustments. Go right back to giving his running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
The game makes it second and medium. Here's the toss play. Runner heads outside. Breaks loose at the 40. They've got him at the 48. That's a first down.
Boy, another nice game by this back. He has had a beautiful day today running the football, just kind of in that zone, and a big reason why they have a nice lead today.
Oh, it's a reverse. And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup.
I'm a fan of any time you can get the ball into his hands, I think it's a win. Didn't go for a huge amount of yards, but it's the threat of what it potentially can do, and it gives him another opportunity to get his hands on the football.
The Gamecocks pick up enough for a first down here. Pre-snap motion from the offense. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He's across the 25. Comes out of bounds after another big gain on the ground. This running game has been strong today.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Coming to the line on second down, this is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And the defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
They'll try to pick up the third down yardage on the ground. Tackle is made at the 4. It'll be first down and goal.
Well, they continue to play good football up front. A nice run, nice conversion here, and most importantly, working with that lead, you keep working that clock. You're trying to advance to that next round of the postseason.
Keep it on the ground on first and goal. Touchdown, South Carolina. And the route is on.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his second touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense, finding the hole, and being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Turn starts inside the 15. And the coverage team brings him down at the 26. And the Gators offense retakes the field. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. Running back with the football. The gain moves the ball to the 34.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Good enough for first down yardage.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
Great execution on the RPO. Quarterback does a nice job as he's putting the ball into the belly of the back, making sure to read his key. This defense was determined. They came up to stop the run. Quarterback saw it, pulled it out, hit the quick slant right behind it for some great yards.
And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Chris, you know me. I love to see defensive backs and especially corners that are willing to come up and get physical against the run game. What a job of making that play in space. No gain because of the play in that corner.
Urgency now for the offense. They hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Nowhere to run. Up corralling for no gain.
Well, the back... How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
This one is out of bounds, and that'll give the offense great field position.
Okay,
And the South Carolina offense is back out on the field. Receiver in motion now. And from the shotgun, an inside handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
This running back's had a big night, kind of night you dream about, but the defense finally steps up and gets to him behind the line of scrimmage.
Offense getting set. Second down play here.
Here we go.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. They've got him down out near the 40.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
We come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. And he'll drop back here on third down. Receiver makes the catch. Brought down at the 46, good enough for a first down. They bring him down with the junior quarterback showing off the cannon. The Gamecocks begin a new series here, 1st and 10. And it's South Carolina in the lead here, who played 3 quarters with a chance to stay alive for the national championship. Let's check out the game summary here so far. So one final quarter to play. It's going to take a lot to turn this game around, but strange things do happen in college football. The offense will set up on 1st and 10. And here's the handoff. And they finally stop it, but a decent gain that time.
A lot of fun to watch today, showing a lot of ability to get outside with speed, some toughness between the tackles. Now he's well over 100 yards, and a big part of the reason this team's going to advance to the next round.
From the shotgun, handoff inside. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
But I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable. Now we'll see if they can convert.
On 3rd and short, they hand the ball off. Tackled at the 33. That's good enough for a first down.
Boy, this offense just seems to get more confident as this football game is played out. They've got a nice lead. Here they are in the 4th quarter, just working that clock, possessing the football, and trying to get out of here with a nice, solid victory.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
Handoff here from the shotgun. The Gamecocks pick up enough for a first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
There's the handoff. And the freshman brings him down quickly.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Grab behind the line. It's York. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense. They've converted both third down attempts on the drive so far, but now it's 3rd and 8. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And the ball is picked off. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. Across midfield. And he steps out of bounds after a great return. What a pick. Sets up the offense in great position.
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
And the Florida offense retakes the field. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away, and they begin to click now. Grab down the middle. It's Jackson.
Hey, it's positive yards, right? That's never a bad thing. But let's face it, these guys got a long way to go in a short amount of time to do it. So let's get the ball downfield, and let's get out of bounds to try to preserve that clock.
And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down. And the Gators will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Gators.
Chris, remember in college football, it's just 1 foot down to be able to count for a touchdown. Does a great job towards the back line there. Doesn't go out of bounds. Goes up into the air and gets that 1 foot down. That's good. That's a score.
Hold on a second. The replay official has signaled that he wants to have another look at this play. Looks like they got the ruling on the field right the first time. They confirm it with the review. Now the try for the 2-point conversion. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. Solid tackle, able to get him down.
Defense not fooled at all there. Nice job of stepping up and stopping that 2-point conversion.
I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. And the receiving team has recovered. Looks like the hands team did its job. And the Gamecocks offense is back out there on the field. The last possession ended in a dreaded red zone interception. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly error. It's a 1-yard gain, 2nd and 9 coming up.
Chris, good job here on this stop, but remember the ball is inbounds and the clock keeps moving here late in the game and you're trailing. As a defense, you got to start thinking about utilizing those timeouts. You got all 3 to use. At what point are you going to start putting those into play?
A pop pass on the jet sweep. And that's a solid gain for the defense able to bring him down.
You know, the good thing about this play is it's not an explosive play, but it really gives you a chance now to be able to pick up the first down here on this next play.
And that's the 2-minute warning. This offense looking to run out the clock and secure an impressive win here today. Big third down play. If they can't get the stop, they have to consider calling a timeout. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. And, of course, they'll work the clock here, keep it on the ground. Tackle made at the 26, good enough for a first down. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. And the Gamecocks starting a new series here on 1st and 10. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. And the pass is incomplete.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They get him down, but that's a solid gain. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Offense now operating in the red zone, facing a 3rd and short from the 20. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. And they tackle him, but a solid gain down to around the 5-yard line. Now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. The Gamecocks come to the line with 1st and goal. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2.
Chris, this is situational football. This is really where the great coaches separate themselves, because in these kind of situations, this is where you want to be able to score and kill the clock. Some teams do it better than others, and that's primarily coaching and execution and preparation. It'll be interesting to see how this offense navigates this spot of the field.
Urgency here. Got to cut into this lead. It's 3rd down and goal.
Get set, get set.
And they'll try the quarterback sneak.
Wow, the defense prevented them from getting the first down. How about that? Nice job of holding their point there at the defensive line. They came close to getting the first, but the defense deserves credit. Now we've got 4th and inches.
4-2 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Touchdown, Gamecocks. To stretch the lead, the route is on.
Well, we've watched this guy all year, and we know that he is a threat when they get down inside that 5-yard line. It's 4th down and goal. The defense just did not anticipate that this guy's legs could hurt him, and they did for a touchdown.
Extra point knocked right down the middle. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Return here from inside the 15-yard line. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage. And the Florida offense is back out on the field now. At this point, there's not much you can do except play for pride. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. A big hit by the linebacker. Physical tackle there, big versus big. Offense sets the formation. It's 3rd down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. And he decides to just throw it away. That's going to bring up 4th down now.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
4th down. He's throwing for it. And he finds his target. He has the first. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Touchdown, Florida. No chance to catch him.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And now the try for 2. The defense with pre-snap movement of its own. They try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. Then he'll get into the end zone for 2 points. Now it's a 15-point game. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And they recover the onside kick. Looks like they've been practicing that one.
Hey, you're down a couple scores. This is an outstanding call to try to get this football back. That's the first step in coming back. Now, let's try to steal a score here and see if you can do it all over again.
So first play of the drive coming here. They'll start at their own 49. First down. They're going to throw the football. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. And that last pass falls incomplete. That will do it. Game over. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games, but you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.